Hello, today we will revise what we have studied till now. So we started with the chapter rational numbers. Rational numbers. So before defining what does rational numbers mean, let's define numbers. What does number mean? How a number is defined? So its definition in mathematics, it is a mathematical object. Used to count, measure, and label. So we use numbers for counting, measuring, and labeling. So this is how numbers are defined. And then we take, like, numbers can be real numbers. We denote it with R. And numbers can be imaginary numbers. So real and imaginary. So for example, root of -2, it is imaginary. Root of -3, they are imaginary numbers, or we denote with iota. These are imaginary numbers. Real numbers, how to define real numbers? So in mathematics, real number is a value of a continuous quantity. Continuous quantity that can represent a distance along a line. For example, we draw a line. This line we have drawn here will represent 0. These will denote positive numbers up to infinity. This will denote negative numbers up to -infinity. So for example, if we take any number 5 we are taking. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is how numbers are represented, and we are taking 5. So it will be continuous quantities from 0 to 5. This is the quantity of 5, and we can represent this distance along the line. So a number can be represented along the line, and this number is called real number. Usually real numbers can only be represented on the line. So we call this number line. Here it can be -1, -2, -3, like that. This number line, we call it as real number line. Only real numbers can be represented on the line. So real number we have discussed. Now in real numbers can be rational, they can be irrational. So with rational numbers, we denote with Q. Irrational numbers, we denote with P. So rational numbers, as it is defined in a book, the number which can be represented in the form of P by Q. A number which can be represented in the form of P by Q, where P and Q, they are integers. So what are integers? We will be discussing after some time. So for example, integers can be any number. It can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to infinity. -1, -2, -3, -4. These are integers. 0, 1, 2, 3 in the positive side, -1, -2, -3 in the negative side. These are called integers. So rational number which can be represented in the form of P by Q. P divided by Q, where P and Q are integers. This is small p. P and Q are integers, and so two conditions are there. They are represented by P by Q, where both are integers and Q not equal to 0. If these are satisfied, then we call this number which can be represented P by Q as a rational number. Now how to define irrational number? irrational number which cannot be represented in the form of p by q. That number we call it irrational numbers. For example, epsilon or pi, these are irrational number because value of pi equal to 3.141592653589979. This is the value of pi. Or root 2, root 3, these are all irrational number. Root 2 is mainly, if we in decimal, it can be represented by 1.4142135627 ... So these dot represents, they are never ending. We will be getting digits here and here. We will keep on getting the digits. So the division will go on and go on. It will keep going. So for example, if I take a number, any number I take, for example, I am taking 5/11. So is this a rational number? Yes, it is a rational number because 5 is an integer, 11 is an integer, and 11, 5 and 11, they are integers, and 11, that is denominator, not equal to 0. Therefore 5/11 is a rational number. Or if we take 6, is 6 a rational number? It can be represented by 6/1, where 6 and 1 both are rational numbers, and 1 both are integers. 6 and 1 both are integers, and 1 not equal to 0. Or -7/413. This is also rational number because -7 and 13, they are integers. They are integers, and 13 not equal to 0. They are integers. Now I discuss one more thing. See here. If I take 1.3333, it is also never ending. Is this a rational number or irrational number? See here, it is, this number can be represented 1.3 bar, as 3 is repetitive. 3 is repeating, we are getting 3 again and again. So this number is repetitive number. So after decimal, these numbers, these digits are repeating. So this is called repetitive number. So rational numbers, they can be repetitive as well. Irrational numbers, see here, the digits are not repetitive. Even after a certain limit, for example, this block we consider 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you take a big block of numbers, even that block is not repetitive. For example, if I take a number 1.515, so it can be represented 1.51 bar because 51 is repetitive again. So this is rational number, and we will prove that how it is rational number and these are irrational numbers. So consider this one. This we have to prove that this is a rational number. How we can prove? For example, take it as x equal to 1.333, never ending. So it is non-terminating number. So it is what? Non-terminating number. So this number never terminates. As we go on dividing, we will always get the 3. We always get the 3 as a quotient. We will keep on getting the 3 as a quotient. But it is repetitive number because we are getting 3 again. So repetitive, we call it as well recurring. It is recurring. We are getting repetitive sequence. So recurring sequence we are getting. After point 3 is repeating again and again. So we are getting repetitive sequence, a recurring sequence. Now to prove, how to represent this number in the form of p by q. Because rational number is defined as a number which can be represented in P by Q form, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. So we have to represent whether this number can be represented in this form, we have to see. So if I am taking x equal to 1.3333, so see here only one digit is represented, so we multiply it with 10 on both sides, it will be about 13.3333. we are having 3333. So 10x equal to 13. Now it can be written as 12 plus 1.3333. And what is this? This is x. So 10x equal to 12 plus x, or x we take on this side, 10x minus x equal to 12. 9x equal to 12, x equal to 12 upon 9, and if we divide, simplify that, it will be 4 upon 3. So this number can be represented as 4 by 3, where 4 and 3 are integers and 3 not equal to 0. So this is a rational number, therefore we can say this is a rational number. So what kind of number it is? It is non-terminating number, as well it is repetitive, it is having repetitive sequence, that is recurring sequence. So a number which is non-terminating but repetitive but recurring, that number will be rational number. We can as well see 4 divided by 3, 3 ones are 3, decimal 1, put dot 10, 3 3s are 9, again 1 0, 3 3s are 9, again 1 0 3. So it will never end, it will never end. So such numbers are rational numbers, numbers which are non-terminating number and having repetitive recurring sequence, they are rational numbers. Now see here, irrational numbers, pi 3.144, it is non-terminating. Both are non-terminating, but both are non-recurring. Both are non-terminating, they are, but they are non-recurring. That means non-repetitive. So they are non-repetitive. So they cannot be represented in the form of P by Q. So all the roots of non-perfect square, root 3, root 5, root 6, root 7, root 8, root 10, root 9, it is a rational number, because perfect square, root of the perfect square is a number, rational number. But these all are irrational numbers. Understood this one? So rational number, it can be rational number, we denote it with Q. So rational numbers can be 5 upon 12, 3 upon 5, 1, 3, minus 3, minus 5 upon 12. These all are rational numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 up to infinity. Any number lying on this number, for example here it will be 0.5, 1 by 2. All these numbers are rational numbers lying on this number line. Now we take natural numbers. Natural numbers, which are the natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. These are natural numbers. 1, 2, 3. These are natural numbers. Whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. So 0, 1, 2, 3. These are whole numbers. Now integers. Integers are, if we take 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity, these are integers, and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 up to from minus infinity to plus infinity. These all numbers are integers. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. These are integers, and any number between them, any number you take. There are infinite numbers between two numbers. Any number you take, they all will be real numbers. These are clear, the classification numbers are clear. Now we will be discussing operations. Basically 4 kind of operations are applied on numbers. First one, addition. Second one, subtraction. Third one, multiplication. Fourth one, division. So these are the 4 operations we apply on numbers: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These operations we apply on numbers: 5 plus 12, subtraction 5 minus 3, multiplication 2 into 3, division 6 divided by 3. These are operations: plus, minus, multiply, divide. So now we will be discussing properties of operations on numbers, on rational numbers. So first we will start with addition. So properties will be applied on addition. Properties of addition. So what are the properties of addition of rational numbers? So we have the rational numbers. If we add them, what all properties do they follow? What all features that addition will have of rational numbers? So if, for example, first one, closure property. Now inclusive property means if we are having 2 rational numbers, for example we are having 2 rational numbers. If I take A as one rational number, B as other rational numbers, so if we add them, we apply the operation add on them. So this addition is close to be rational number. So whatever result C we are getting, it will be rational number. If it is, these both are rational numbers, then the result will always be a rational number. So this is closure property. Second one, commutative property. Commutative property. For example, I have one number A and another number B, and both are rational number. If I add them, if I add B to A or I add A to B, in any order I add, both will have the same result. So they will have the same result. So commutative property hold on addition of rational number. So for example, there is a basket. If I add 2 apples and later I add 3 apples, so total I will have 5 apples. Or I add 3 apples first and 2 apples plus later, it will also, the basket will have 5 apples. So it doesn't matter whether B is added to A or A is added to B, they both will have the same result. They will have the same result. Or commutative means, for example, you and your friend are commutating in metro. Whether you commute first or he commute first, the result will be both will be inside the metro. So this commutative property holds on additions. Third one, associative property. For example, you have 3 numbers, 3 rational numbers, and if you add in any order, if you add them in any order, whether you are adding first B plus C, you added B plus C, then their sum you are adding with A, you are getting some result, and or you are adding first A plus B, then their sum to C, both will have the same result. So associative property holds. So first you have added B and C, then their sum you have added to A, or you add first A and B, then their sum you have added to C. So both will have the same result. So associative property holds on addition of rational numbers. This is clear. Now we will be discussing existence of additive identity of rational number. So existence of additive identity of rational number. So see here, additive identity. So for example, we have a rational number A. A is one rational number. What number is to be added to it? What number is to be added to it so that we get the same number? So the rational number remains same. What is to be added? 0. So what is to be added to a rational number so that we get the same number? The number remains same. The result remains same as the number. So 0 is that additive identity. Or you can add it like this. A. This is commutative property holds. So A plus 0 or 0 plus A. Both will have the same result A. So A is added to 0, we get A. So 0 is what? Additive identity. What is added? 0 is added and we are getting the same number. So 0 is what? Additive identity of rational number. Of rational number. Now, existence of additive inverse of a rational number. Additive inverse of a rational number. So for example, I am having A. What is to be added to it? So we get 0. Or if A we are having, so we add minus A, that is 5 plus minus 5. It will give us 0. So here if A is the rational number, now it's that additive inverse. Inverse will be minus A. We have to take negative of the number. So negative of the number will be the additive inverse of the given rational number. Rest we will discuss in next lecture.